Hello friends, solution part 3. In this lecture we will discuss colligative properties of non-electrolytes. Okay, we have completed ideal and non-ideal solution and its type, positive and negative deviations. Now a colligative properties of non-electrolytes. Non-electrolytes are the solute which doesn't dissociate into the ions. Now what is colligative properties? A colligative is nothing but the collected together, studied together. That properties which based on the similar principle. So for the solution we have colligative properties which depends upon number of solute particles. Okay, and not on nature of solute. That means here solute particles, simply we can say solute particles may be ion, atom, molecule, etc. So the particles, how many particles are present in the solution, that decides the colligative properties. So which are the colligative properties? Simply first is vapor pressure lowering, then boiling point elevation, then freezing point, depression in freezing point, then fourth is osmotic pressure. Okay, one thing you just remember that all these colligative properties are nothing but the comparison between solvent and solution. That means if we consider vapor pressure of the solvent as a P10, vapor pressure of the solution as a P, यहाँ सॉल्वेंट का ये सॉल्वेंट को ये सॉल्यूशन में अगर कन्वर्ट करते हैं तो हम सॉल्वेंट में क्या ऐड करते हैं? वी आर एडिंग सोल्यूट एंड दिस सोल्यूट चेंजेस सम vapor pressure of this solution, and that we are getting by the colligative properties. How much solute is added depend upon that value. And the first term is what? Vapor pressure lowering. इसका मतलब क्या है? जब हम सॉल्वेंट को उसके सॉल्यूशन में कन्वर्ट करते हैं तो उसका वेपर प्रेशर कम होता है, मतलब सॉल्वेंट का वेपर प्रेशर सॉल्यूशन में कम होता है. So in another way we can say solution has lower vapor pressure than the solvent. Same way boiling point elevation is nothing but the high. So if we consider TB0 is a boiling point of the solvent and TB is a boiling point of the solution, then after converting solvent into solution its boiling point increases. So TB is greater than TB0. Depression in freezing point, depress होना मतलब कम होना. So again TF, here B is nothing but the boiling point, F is nothing but the freezing point. So TF0 and TF are what the freezing point of solvent and solution. Then after converting solvent into solution we'll get depression in freezing point. That means freezing point solution का कम होता है, मतलब यहाँ पे solvent का ज़्यादा रहेगा. So in today's video we'll discuss vapor pressure lowering. In today's lecture we'll discuss vapor pressure lowering. So here see that P10 is greater than P1. P10 is a vapor pressure of solvent and P1 vapor pressure of solution. Now here why we are getting P10, that is vapor pressure of solution, lower as compared to the solvent. We'll discuss that one. So all you know that vapor pressure is nothing but the pressure exerted by the vapors on the liquid surface is called as a vapor pressure. So simply for that I'll consider this two beakers. In this we have taken a solvent, but it's a pure solvent. In this we have taken a solution. Okay? Now when we say solution, it contains both solvent and solute. So here I will show the solute by the red dot. So solute is present everywhere. Now what happened in this? See that vapor pressure is a surface phenomena. There are molecules which are present on the surface that convert into gaseous state and they exert the pressure. Now here we'll consider 50 molecules are present on the surface of the solvent. So here 50 molecules are going to be converted into vapor phase, and that 50 molecules are going to be exerted on the pressure on the liquid surface. So here what number of vapors which we are converting, that number of 50 vapors are going to exert the pressure. Now in the solution, as solute particles replace the solvent from the surface, तो इथे यहाँ पे क्या होगा, जो यहाँ पे जो solute particles रहेंगे वो solvent को replace करेंगे. मतलब जैसे अभी हमने प्योर सॉल्वेंट में देखा था यहाँ पे 50 मॉलिक्यूल्स थे, अभी यहाँ पे सॉल्वेंट के कितने मॉलिक्यूल्स आएंगे, 50 मॉलिक्यूल्स, ऑब्वियसली विल गेट लेस देन दैट. सो यहाँ पे 40 मॉलिक्यूल्स आएंगे. तो यहाँ पे 40 मॉलिक्यूल्स वेपर में कन्वर्ट होंगे एंड दैट अगेन 40 मॉलिक्यूल्स कम्स डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन एंड दे एक्सर्ट द प्रेशर. तो यहाँ पे 40 मॉलिक्यूल्स प्रेशर एक्सर्ट करेंगे, यहाँ पे 50 मॉलिक्यूल्स प्रेशर एक्सर्ट करेंगे. तो सिंपल है, सादा क्वेश्चन है. यहाँ पे किसका प्रेशर ज्यादा रहेगा, 50 मॉलिक्यूल्स का प्रेशर ज्यादा रहेगा या 40 मॉलिक्यूल्स का प्रेशर ज्यादा रहेगा? ऑब्वियसली 50 मॉलिक्यूल्स का प्रेशर ज्यादा रहेगा. सो इफ वी कंसीडर P10 as a vapor pressure of the solvent and P1 as a vapor pressure of the solution, so here P10 is greater than P1. How much it is increases or how much it is lower? So delta P is equal to P10 minus P1. See, delta is nothing but the difference, P is nothing but the pressure. So this difference simply we can say lowering of vapor pressure. So this lowering of vapor pressure is indicated by the delta P, and which we can define P10 minus P. Delta P, lowering of vapor pressure, is defined as a vapor pressure of the pure solvent minus vapor pressure of the solution, or it is the difference between the vapor pressure of the solvent and its solution. Now next we have to discuss Raoult's law. Raoult's law for non-volatile solute. Okay, I consider A1 as a solvent whose partial pressure is P1 and it's a partial pressure, and X1 is mole fraction. A2 is non-volatile solute, so I'll consider its partial pressure P2 and X2 is mole fraction. So according to Raoult's law, P1 is equal to P10 X1 and P2 is equal to P20 X2. But here, as A2 is non-volatile, so that those substances which cannot be converted into gaseous state, its vapor pressure is 0. So here we get P20 is equal to 0. So this term is going to be 0. So in the solution, P1 is equal to P10 X1. Whatever the vapor pressure of the solvent is nothing but the vapor pressure of the solution. So here P1 is nothing but the vapor pressure of the solution. And we have studied this X1 plus X2 is equal to 1. The sum of the mole fraction of solute and solvent is 1. So X1 is equal to 1 minus X2. So from equation 1, P1 is equal to P10, 1 minus X2. So P1 is equal to P10, multiplied this P10 with this bracket, so we get P10 X1, we'll get this. Now take this term to the left hand side, P10 minus P1, this to the right hand side. So P10 X1 is, this X2, my dears. This will get delta P, that is delta P is equal to P10 X2. See that relative lowering of vapor pressure, solute particles, colligative properties which depends upon the solute particles. So here delta P depends upon the X2. P1 is going to be constant. Xp is what? Number of moles of solute. So delta P is depends upon the X2. X2 अगर बढ़ेगा तो delta P बढ़ेगा, X2 कम होगा तो delta P कम होगा. So that's here we have proved that delta P is a colligative property. This expression gives us that delta P is a colligative property. If we rearrange this term, then we get delta P upon P10 is equal to x2 by taking this P10 to the denominator of delta P, and this particular term is called as relative lowering of vapor pressure, okay, which is also qualitative property because it is depends upon the x2. Why it is called? It is a related, that is lowering of vapor pressure and the ratio of the that is ratio between the lowering of vapor pressure and the vapor pressure in the pure state. That's why it is called as a relative lowering of vapor pressure, which is equal to the mole fraction. Okay. After this, we have to discuss one derivation. Okay. I hope all of you understand this. One derivation is there from this section, that relation between delta P upon P10 and M2. Here M2 is molar mass of solute. Okay. So here we have delta P upon P10 is equal to x2 from a previous expression. We can write down directly here. Now x2 is a mole fraction, which is ratio of N2 upon N1 plus N2, ratio of number of moles of solute to the total moles of the solution. Now here, for a very dilute solution, N1 is far greater than N2. So simply therefore we will consider N1 plus N2 is nearly equal to N1. So suppose for example we are adding 0.01 gram NaCl in 10 ml water. So suppose if we say 10 plus 0.01, that nearly we will consider as a 10. So therefore this expression x2 we can write down N2 upon N1. Now W2 gram of solute dissolve in W1 gram of solvent. So here M2 molar mass of solute, M1 molar mass of solvent. So according to definition of number of moles, N2 is W2 upon N2 and N1 is W1 upon N1. So here we give the equation 2. From 2, x2 will get W2 upon N2 upon W1 upon M1, which is nothing but W2 M1 upon M2 W1. This M2 comes to the denominator and M1 goes to the numerator. So from 1 and 3 will get delta P upon P10 is equal to, we just replace this x2 as this W2 M1 upon M2 W1, which is our required expression, which is relation between delta P upon P10 and M2, which is relative lowering of vapor pressure. Thank you.